He's the chief legal analyst for ABC News with a long resume of binge-worthy crime shows like Live PD and Court Cam. And today, we got his thoughts on the police involvement in Uvalde, the Indiana mall shooting, and his newest show, On Patrol Live. Check out our interview with Dan Abrams. Welcome to the show, Dan.
Hi, Tori and Erica.
Hi, Dan. Okay, so we can't wait to hear all about your new show, but let's jump right into what we're talking about right now. The Uvalde police footage, 376 officers on scene, but not one approached the shooter for more than an hour. So what was going through your head when you heard about this?
Frustration, anger. When you read that report, there's no other way to interpret it. This was a disaster. And it's also, it's a disaster for law enforcement, too, because this was a failure. And the question becomes now, how do we prevent it from happening again? And what I mean by that is I do think that there are lessons that are going to be internalized as to what happened here. And the biggest problem was in terms of arriving on the scene, deciding who was in charge, and acting regardless.
Right.
Meaning if there was ambiguity about who was in charge, other departments should have stepped in. That was the lesson here, and it's a painful one.
Yeah, it really is. And just this weekend, 3 people were shot and killed in an Indiana mall before a lawfully armed Samaritan took down the gunman. And I just wanted to know your thoughts on, you hear good guys can take out the bad guys with guns. So what do you think about armed people at the scene who are not members of law enforcement? To me, that means more bullets. That makes me nervous. What do you think?
Look, it's hard not to celebrate this guy
Right.
based on what we know today. I mean, I'm certainly not going to sit here and tell you that it's not a good thing that this guy was on scene with a weapon. Turns out it was a really good thing.
Yeah.
This guy was on scene with a weapon. I don't think that a single case like this answers a lot of the big picture questions, but I'm not going to be someone who's going to suggest, oh, this is somehow not a good thing. Good for this guy.
Yeah.
For taking out the guy, and I think he probably saved a lot of lives. And it's that sort of incident that has to be taken into consideration when looking at the big picture, right? I'm not willing to look at a single incident and say this therefore shows you that guns have to be available everywhere. It is another piece when looking at the totality of where ought we to go with guns in America.
Yeah, he did save lives.
Right. I mean, it's a very nuanced conversation, but at least, as you said earlier, the idea that in this particular situation, obviously we're celebrating this person.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about your new series, On Patrol Live. Not only are you hosting, but you're executive producing, and this show really involves the community. So tell us about that.
So this is a show where we'll be live with 8 police departments, going between them, depending on what's happening in each department. And there's an enormous amount of community involvement. So there are segments we're going to be doing on the show for missing children, where the community is very involved in helping us find wanted criminals. The community also ends up weighing in, because this is happening live in real time, and there will be people who will watch and they'll see things that we didn't see. So they'll say that they'll tell us on social media, the guy just threw a weapon out the window.
Wow.
Or go back to the scene. We'll go look at the tape. We'll say, oh my goodness, person's right.
Wow.
That actually did happen. So the community is a very important part of this show.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dan. DBL Nation, you can catch the premiere of On Patrol Live on Reelz. I used to work there. I have a fond affinity for that network. Good luck for On Patrol Live. It's on Reelz Friday, July 22nd. Thanks again, Dan. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.